Good day, everyone. The transporter here, and this is a rather significant and very exciting day indeed because today signifies the start of my Forza Horizon 2 series with the preview. Now, as you remember, the last time I did the Forza Horizon preview was, I think, about 2 years ago with the first Horizon, and that was a brilliant game. Very brilliant game. This is Forza Horizon 2 now for the Xbox One and the Xbox 360, but the demo came exclusively to the Xbox One on Tuesday. So it was yesterday when I downloaded it, and all yesterday I'm just having fun cruising around in the Huracan and all that bit. So here we are. This is the beginning. You get this lovely intro movie, which is like all euphoric and everything. Like if you're taking a road trip to EDC, Electric Daisy Carnival, or Tomorrowland or Tomorrow World, and it's a mix of like raver films and just tidbits from Top Gear. Like ready, you get the rally works, you get the guys jumping out of Chevelle with all the candy and the flang and the you see the rally lancer there, and you get the Huracan Audi versus Audi gameplay there. I mean the gameplay footage there. And I mean, this all that river stuff. I'm just babbling on right now. But yeah, see, more raver stuff, more raver stuff, more raver stuff, more raver stuff, more raver stuff. Okay, yes, we get the idea, more raver stuff, and then just tidbits. See, now they just show tidbits. See, that's from Top Gear. That's from Top Gear. That's not from Top Gear. That's from Top Gear. That's from Top Gear. But as usual, this is all not important, and we shall move on to the beginning of the film, not moving of the movie, not the film, movie. I'm babbling on a bit. The beginning of the game here. So you start out. I don't know what song this is, but you start out on the boat, on the ferry, with about 5 million quid of cars. And this is you in the Huracan. I'm not calling it Huracan. And joy of joys, you get to drive it all about. And as usual, I messed up in the beginning because I'm not the best driver in the world. But for the most part, I mean, look at the visuals. Look at it. Absolutely fantastic. Everything just bang on. I don't know. I don't know if anything could get any better than that for Forza. But obviously, I mean, all the visuals, everything just looks beautiful. And this is where cars belong, on the streets, just cruising around the scenic avenues, And just me just babbling on about. But anyway, here we go. I'm driving along in the Huracan, weaving through well, parts of Italy here. What else can I say about this? Yeah, this first part, you're just weaving through and getting to the Horizon Festival while you're racing hypercars here. You get the racing man there. I'll turn it off in a bit. So let me start by saying that this is the first part of the Forza Horizon 2 preview. I got 3 parts coming in. This first part features me in the Huracan, and then for the rest of the part, I'm driving the car I will choose today, which is the Boulder EXRS, because who wasn't like a 560 horsepower Dirt Devil Land Rover Range Rover. You can reckon the Huracan there. But the first part is with the Boulder EXRS going dirt rallying against Ram Runners, Rally Fighters, and the Ford SVT Raptor. Second part is with me in the RS3 Sportback, and with all the compact cars there. Third part is in the Lancer Evo 10 and the modern rally cars. And I might have a fourth part with me doing my multiplayer stuff, but for now, enjoy this tidbits of Lambo Huracan gameplay, and I'll come back in and out of a bit because you guys need to hear the engine of this because it just sounds insane. So I'll come back, but I'll stop talking for now.
Hey, it's Ben. So, how's the car? As far as I know, you're one of the first people in Europe to drive that thing. There's a lot of people at the festival waiting to get a look at it. So, let's get it there in one piece, yeah?
left.
Guys, you're listening to Bass Arena coming at you from the Horizon Festival, where the cars are rolling in, the party has started, and the hands are in the air. Come on, get down here, people.
Thank you, mate. Hey, you survived. So what do you think? Perfect mixture of music and machines, right? This was a long time in the making, but it's totally worth it. Tomorrow morning, you're going to get fresh cars, and then we're off on our first road trip. But tonight, welcome to Horizon.
Alright, how was that then? Now the welcoming party's over, and now we choose our first car here. We got a choice of 3 cars. We got the Lancer, the RS3 Sportback, and the Bowler Nemesis EXRS. Now these are the 3 cars here. Naturally, because I'm a Bowler fan and a Land Rover fan, because I love a Range Rover, because I have a Range Rover, I chose the Bowler. Because obviously the Bowler Nemesis EXRS was my favorite car back in the first Horizon when it was a DLC. And I can't wait to get this car again to tune it up and just do crazy things off-road in it. So anyway, we're going to our first event here. We get 2 events at the get-go. Wait till the lap loads here. These are the 2 events. And this is a new class too, because now they're incorporating more off-road things now, because now they have the SVT Raptor, the EXRS, the Ram Runner, and the Rally Fighter. And I hope they have more off-road cars in the future with the DLCs, because they will have the car packs, and those are always so very surprising. And on Horizon, they'll all be like exclusive cars. And so now we're driving out here. There are 3 radio stations. Normally I have the radio off because I like driving and listening to the engine. I mean, music in this game isn't that bad. You have RT, you have all the other bits too, but naturally I like turning the radio off. But for the most part, I made the settings now because I gotta adjust difficulties, because obviously, I mean, I'm a better driver than than what is seen. Anyway, there are 3 radio stations that will be seen in the first Horizon, but for the most part, the music isn't half bad though. So anyway, let me adjust these settings here, and then we should get on the road, and we shall talk later after that.
Organising a little contest between you and your friends at the festival. You need to drive past these speed traps as fast as you can. Try it now. Nice. You can try it as many times as you like. Try and give yourself the best run-up you can.
In 200 yards, turn right.
Alright, I'm back again. Now, I should mention that all the stuff that you loved about Horizon, all the little tidbits of features that you love about Horizon is back. You know, you got those speed cameras, you got the different events around. You got the free roam and everything, and you have all these different events and everything. And they even added new events here because you know how Horizon the first introduced dirt racing and rally racing to the Forza series, and I don't know why all this stuff isn't in Forza Motorsport because they didn't need rally, and that's actually a sizable section of Motorsport anyway. But I don't know what Trent is thinking anyway. But here we go. Playground Games now delivering all the brilliance to making Forza just stand on top up front of everything. Anyway, so we have this new event called Cross Country. Pretty much is like Pikes Peak or anything like that car if it was spread out between like a whole land. But it's basically like all-terrain rally racing between if you're using any driver either rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, or front-wheel drive. Well, so far all-wheel drive is forward drive and front-wheel drive are the main disciplines here. You have the off-road rally racer, off-road raiders here with the Nemesis EXRS, the Ram Runner, the Rally Fighter, and the Ford F-150 SVT Raptor. And you have the rally scenes, which we'll show later in like part 3. So when you got the hatchbacks, which are in part 2. But for now, this is cross country. You see, you're just driving like on the dirt, on the grass, and everywhere, and these checkpoints all around Horizon here and in the European vineyards or dirt plains and everything. It's like what the crew had with the checkpoint races, but I think this is better. Now this is better because now let me talk to you about the physics now, because obviously, I mean, this is very important. Now I played the crew, the closed beta, and I will say that they really need to work on the physics. It's not bad, but it still needs a lot of work because. And compared to Watch Dogs, the physics of Watch Dogs, that Watch Dogs physics were actually very good. It felt a bit mid-arcadey realistic, but it was very good, very grippy, very different. Like each car handled differently, but they made it like semi-realistic, not like GTA where everything was just like you can turn anything on a dime. But in the crew, every car is ideal. I mean, they have their own specific, what is it called? Physics. But for the most part, it's not as good. You know what I'm saying? Now, let me delve into what I have to say about the matter in terms of the crew's physics. Did I mention the panning cameras? If I didn't mention it again, they are terrible. Terrible. I mean, you're turning one way, you can't even see the apex of one lane. You just turn one way. It's best to just drive with the hood of the bumper cam. You can't drive with the chase cam. It's just awful. And then the cars drift. There's not enough grip going in the tires. Even when you're driving a Skyline or an all-wheel drive car, there's not enough grip when you're driving on the road, even on the dirt. It's not really ideal. And then there's the nitrous. Nitrous doesn't even work at all. It's not even as powerful as you think it is. I mean, there's just not enough power in that there. I'm not talking crazy end of its world power. I'm talking standard nitrous power. It's just you climb up and you go about, but it's not enough power going into the nitrous, which is stupid. So now let's dive into Forza Horizon 2. Even in normal setting, the physics, there's always grip. Well, not always grip, but there's more grip here than there is in the crew. The cars are easier to handle, even like the high-end cars, which is the car that I'll drive next, and you'll see via according to like a Gera in a flight bucket list. But cars are easier to handle. You can slide in, you go in them, but you can grip apexes very well if you're good. But I mean, driving cars here is a lot more fun than driving in the crew. I'm saying you, if Ubisoft is watching this right now, they really need to fix the driving experience in that game, because if they don't, I'm looking at low ratings. I'm really looking at low ratings now. Now, when I say low ratings, what I mean is that IGN will probably give them like an 8.5 and GameSpot will give them like a 4. No, not never before. I give him GameSpot will give him like a 6 or even fair. I don't know, cause the crew is overhyped now because you have all the Touch Drive Unlimited drivers and Need for Speed World drivers all ganging up to play another open world race, so you can just race around the United States and customize your car any way you like it and all that. But if they don't face driving experience there, they're in deep, deep trouble. Now, here we are. We have the Horizon bucket list where you can, I mean, they give you like these random cars. Like here's, for example, here we have the Koenigsegg Agera, and they give you like a simple challenge for the time limit. So, so in this case, you're given the you're given the keys to the Agera, and what you have to do is you basically have to set it to beat a certain speed when you're snapped by like a speed camera. In this case, it's 196. Now, while we're driving this Agera, I should explain the physics. I mean, as usual, even with 800 and 901 horsepower, the car doesn't spin about, doesn't drift about anything. It's very easy to handle without me just being rubber. See, look, I just drift about and just be absolutely rubber because I haven't played a Horizon in a while. But I mean, it's enjoyable, and I can see people ganging up online and just drifting about in supercars such as these, or competing in different challenges. And this is just why Horizon might be like the next big burnout paradise, beside all the drifting and the boosting. But I can see Horizon being a big burnout paradise without all the criteria and essentials there. You know, and I'll get to the multiplayer bit in the multiplayer stuff in a bit, but I guarantee you that this will be like the next big burnout paradise open world racer, because I'm adamant in saying that no other racing game is as brilliant or as open as Burnout Paradise. And I'll get to that series back in a bit. But, yeah. Um, let's continue on. We're back in the Boulder EXRS. We're going to our next event, which is a circuit race. And this is another thing which it should introduce into the series, weather. And I don't know why it wasn't introduced in the beginning, and I'm kind of pissed that Turn 10 didn't introduce it sooner. Which is why Forza Motorsport is actually a lot boring than people think, and more boring than people really think. Because they only introduce like one thing, and they keep it all stale and boring and everything. But they don't introduce like rally or like endurance runs or like like real world situations where you have to drive in certain conditions. And you have Horizon, and it's more of an arcade racer than a sim racer, and has all the realistic situations that Forza Motorsport has yet to incorporate into their game. So Turn 10, you need to work on this to make your series more adept and I'm saying a lot to make the series more adept and creative.
You have arrived at your destination.
All right, now here's our rainy event here. Now they've incorporated lots of stuff in there. The wind wipers, the rain droplets on the car, which was obviously developed by Bizarre Creations back with the 360 was still alive. But for the most part, everything looks just pristine. I mean, look at the detail as the the wind droplets and everything, and even the wind wipers and everything. But even the physics changes with the wet, and that's a good thing. It even makes this game even more realistic, despite it being somewhat arcadey. But all the stuff that Forza Motorsport should put in their game, it's all in Horizon. It's really weird and kind of sort of upsetting. I mean, I am a sim racer at heart, but for Horizon just made Forza Motorsport just eat dust, honestly. And you can complain and babble all you want, but I think Horizon Horizon definitely needs to stay in the series. And you need to incorporate more stuff into the thing. But anyway, this is the high-speed circuit event. For the most part, I did well here, but I think I messed up a bit on the corners there. But for the most part, it was sort of pretty cool just to race in the wet. Sit back, relax, enjoy this bit. I'll come back with the final event where we'll have to run against something, do something that we should have seen. Well, that was actually reminiscent of the stuff back in the first Horizon, but this time with a Lamborghini.
One championship entered, one championship won. I knew you were class. Let's see how long you can keep this perfect record going. That was a really clean race. That's what I like to see. All right, before we head to Nice, I have something a little special for you. Meet me here as soon as you can.
Alright, now we're off to our final event here in the Bowler EXRS. Now, if you played Horizon, the first one, you might remember those special challenges where you're given a car, you have to race against like a plane or like a skydiver or some sort of, like a biplane or a skydiver or like some other jet or something like that. Well, it brought it back here now. I don't know if you can win cars like you can in this version of Horizon, in this second Horizon, but the excitement of like racing against like a real world item like a train or a plane, like in this case we're going to race against like the display team of the aerial Italian Air Force and an Italian supercar, the Lamborghini Huracan LP610-4. But he's me playing with the remind function because I was choosing them anyway. But in this iteration, we're going to be racing against the Italian Air Force and Lamborghini Huracan. Now, as I said before, I don't know if we're going to win the car when the game comes out, and then if we wasn't in the game, but the excitement is still there, and it's actually pretty. It actually held me on my seat just to run around racing against the Italian Air Force while weaving through, the side streets in the valley of the Italian peninsula there. So anyway, let's drive to this next event. But as of now, it's not really much left to say about the rest of this demo here. Anyway, we'll tune back in next time for part 2 I will be driving the Audi RS3 Sportback in 2 events. You know, see the it's the same as the as this one. You get 2 events in that car, and then that's pretty much it. And you have the same Lamborghini Huracan event as you'll see in this one. But I hope you guys enjoyed most of the gameplay here. Remember, rate, comment, and subscribe, and hopefully I get back to you and all that stuff. But for the most part, yeah, this game will rock socks when it comes out in about 2 weeks time. So anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy some V8 sound, some V10 sound, and some plane racing. Now, so see you next time.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, my friend, they are faster than you, but their turning circle is a lot wider than yours, so this should be a close race. Spectacular stuff, huh? I never thought you'd beat them. Pretty spectacular stuff, huh? I never thought you'd beat them. No, Tim, I'm not going to be driving, but the guys that will are the best we have at the festival. Come on, the finale's going to be the event of the summer. All right, that's terrific. Where are you now? Oh, it's a shame. We're just about to cruise down to Nice. All right, we're about to do the second leg of the road trip. You ready? We are going to La Bella Nice, the beautiful city. Come on, let's go. Like I said, you should really join us for the second leg of this road trip. Imagine it. You, that car, all your friends heading down to Nice. Come on. What are you waiting for? Organising a little contest between you and your friends at the festival. You need to drive past these speed traps as fast as you can. Try it now. Nice. You can try it as many times as you like. Try and give yourself the best run-up you can. Ah, bad luck. Collisions will break your skill chain.